Today we're talking who should be served first, Monique and Would You Rather? If these are things you'd like to hear, stay tuned. Welcome back, YouTube family. My name is Monica and I am your hostess for We the People TV 2022. If you are new, welcome. And if you are returning, thank you for your support. What time is it? It's time to... Jumping on in as per usual, this is a question for our couples. A couple who has been together for 20 years mutually decides that they are not ready for marriage. However, they do have a child and they recently purchased a home. The woman is a stay-at-home mom and the dad is the primary earner. They live in a state that does not recognize common law marriage. Should the woman's name be on the mortgage? Comment below. Here's what the jury had to say. We had a 40-40-20 split. 40 people said yes. 40% said they don't know. And 20% said no. I said yes. Her name should be on there. But here's some of the comments. Monet says, husband only if he's head of his household, truly wearing those pants, providing, loving, and caring like a husband should be. Unless for unforeseen difficulties arise, then it's absolutely understood. Gloria said, it is ultimately up to him. Our juror Nessa said, well, this is a hard one for me. My initial thought was no, because he purchased it and she's not contributing in any way to the payments. She really is setting herself up for failure. On the other hand, she has his child and take care of the child daily. I'm sure she's doing everything in the house, such as washing, cooking, and cleaning. She has made this house a home for them. It would be hard for me not to demand that I be added. I responded to Nessa's comment as saying, good point about her not working. She does work, however, she doesn't get compensated in the traditional way. In fact, I would argue her job is more meaningful to the couple because she is probably constantly working. Housework seems to never end. I think she deserves to be on the mortgage. Even if all else fails, at least his child will have a roof over his or her head. Our juror Time says, seems like I often have the unpopular opinion. They didn't marry, so obviously they aren't ready for marriage type of responsibility together. He bought a house and is not legally tied to her or obligated to add her unless he wants to. I commented to her, Time, good point. There is no judgment, just different perspectives. I love your point. Our juror Monet commented again, I'm partial because she didn't sign up with him together, or did she? So whether she should be entitled to the mortgage privileges, although there's a long time history. But is she helping to pay for it, or does she have any rights? So what do you say? I say yes. Put the lady on there. Because 9 times out of 10, although she's not earning anything monetarily, it takes just as much work to keep a house up as it does to pay for one. So that's my take. What did you say? Our next question has sparked a little controversy lately, or recently, I should say, amongst the younger generation. So, who should be served first? Meaning during mealtime. If it's a husband, wife, and kids, who should be served first? Here's what the jury had to say. You comment below. So the majority said children. Interesting. So I posed this question because it was brought to my attention that the younger generation doesn't seem to think that the man should eat first. That they are moving away from a lot of tradition and or spiritual doctrine where it says that a man should be the head of his household. But I do realize that today's family is a lot different from families that were 50 years ago. So here's some comments from our jurors. Alexis said me. She should eat first. Tanisha, our juror Tanisha says children can't defend themselves, so they can't cook for themselves, nor can they get a job to sustain themselves. They were brought into this world by responsible adults. They eat first, but if it's plenty of food and you're not a baby and I've taught you how to fix your own plate, then fix your own plate. This is about proper order and reasoning in a household. If dad or husband eats first or last, he is still respected as a provider of the household. Now, I can see poverty playing a role in the order of who eats first. Our juror Tyne says, if they are all sitting at the table together and I am serving and they are eating the same thing, I'm going to serve my husband his plate first, especially if he worked all day. Now, this particular scenario seldomly happens in my home, but that's my answer. This does not apply to boyfriends, just my opinion. And juror Tanya says, most men work late nowadays. Not like it used to be back in the day. So, what is your stance on this? Who do you think deserves to eat first? I'm sort of leaning toward the traditional way that a man should eat first. However, again, I do realize that families are not, the dynamics are different than 20 years ago, 30 years ago. I'm trying to recall. My parents are both educators, were both educators, and I'm trying to recall because we would be at home when my mother would cook, but my dad would be at practice. He was a coach. So I'm trying to see, did we have to wait till he got home? I can't even remember. Comment below. Who got served first at your house? Trending this week in the news, 50 Cent and Monique. 50 Cent is advocating for Monique, expressing to Oprah and Tyler that now would be a good time to apologize because he's about to put Monique back on. I posed the question to the jury. Do you think Monique has suffered enough and should return back to work? Here's what the jury had to say. The majority agrees that 50 Cent, they're glad that 50 Cent is advocating for Monique, and it is about time that someone does. Here's some comments. Let's see. We have Tanisha commented, more should come to her defense, but that's where the money resides. You right. Well, money talks, and you know what they say, bullshit walks. So this next question came from Ricky's Smiling Morning Show. He posted this also on Facebook, so I decided to just keep it going. Ghost or roaches? Comment below. Here's what the jury had to say. I said ghost. Why? because roaches are nasty and they're indicative of filth. So I don't want nobody thinking I'm filthy with roaches in my house. Although I know everybody have them. I just want to believe that if I chose ghosts, maybe I can get me some help on this side because all these demons around here, I need some angels. So I go with ghosts and I have me some angels. I won't have no demons either. I get to choose what kind of ghosts I want. I want angelic ones. What did you say? Comment below. This next question is something that's been going on the last couple of days with the time changing. Daylight saving or 1 hour early? What do you like? Here's what the jury had to say. I kind of like both. I like daylight saving and an hour early. The majority said that, so I don't know. It don't matter to me. I guess I've been doing it so long. I'm just used to it. But you know, they're trying to make it permanent. So daylight saving would be like all the time. I don't know about that. I don't know if I wanted to be all the time. You know, once upon a time, it was just one way. And then man changed it. So yeah, comment below. Would you like daylight saving all the time? Or would you like it to be an hour early sometimes? So I found these lies that men had told women. And I thought it would be interesting to ask the juror to choose the lie that sounds the most believable. Here they are. Lie number 1. Found a bra in his suitcase and he said it's from when he was fat years back. He said he had saggy titties and kept it to remind him how far he's come with his weight loss journey. Lie number 2. This one time I got discharged from the hospital early. I walked in on him smashing another chick. I was still weak, so I passed out. I woke up in our bed. When I confronted him, he said it was probably a bad dream from the fall. It was probably a bad dream I had from falling. Line number 3. He told the other girl I only lived with him because I was homeless. Line number 4. All the windows were busted out at his house, and when I asked what happened, he said he was in a shootout. I like that one. Lie number 4. My friend said she found a pregnancy test, but it was negative. Then her boyfriend said it was his. He wanted to see if it worked on males too. Lie number 6. He showed up at my house in the middle of the night wearing a white tux with a pink bow tie. He said he was coming from his cousin's reception. Later, I found out he was the groom. That was the one that was most believable to everybody. Oh, I missed one. I found a condom wrapper near his bed, which we didn't use, and he said it was a ghost. Oh my. Which one sound believable to you? Comment below. Last but not least, would you rather? Would you rather what? Would you rather win the lottery and have to spend it all in one day? Or would you rather triple your salary forever? Here's what the jury had to say. Hey YouTube family, I'm trying my first mukbang. I'm trying crab legs for the very first time. Can y'all believe that? Stay tuned. So y'all look,
I didn't video me eating, cause baby, I devoured all of it, all of the things, all of the shrimp, all of the potatoes, all of the egg. No, but it was really good, y'all. Why y'all ain't telling me it was good? I would have been tried it. If you ain't tried it, get on over to your nearest seafood, Juicy Crab. What's the name of this place? Juicy Crab, and try the number 10 or the number. What number you have? Number 5. And thank me later. See y'all. Peace.
Have you subscribed? Give us a big thumbs up.